Narcissists can be the most challenging, draining, and toxic individuals in our lives. If you've ever been involved with one, whether a partner, family member, friend, or even a boss, you know firsthand how exhausting it is to maintain a relationship with someone who's all about manipulation, control, and self-gratification at your expense. You've probably heard about the no-contact rule, a popular and effective strategy for breaking free from the grip of a narcissist. But what if I told you there's something even more powerful than no contact? Yes, a tactic that doesn't just help you escape, but actually dismantles the narcissist's influence over you and takes away their power completely. Today, we're diving into this groundbreaking strategy, one that could very well be a game changer for those who feel trapped by the relentless manipulation of a narcissist. We're talking about a method that's both subtle and effective, one that hits the narcissist where it hurts the most, leaving them powerless and forced to retreat. So stay tuned, because what we're about to discuss might just be the key to liberating yourself from the hold of a narcissist once and for all. If you're ready to finally reclaim your life and break free from the manipulative web of narcissism, hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video with others who might need this life-changing information. Let's jump in and uncover a proven strategy that goes beyond no contact, a method that truly empowers you and puts you back in control. Now let's start by understanding why narcissists are so dangerous and why no contact, while effective, isn't the final answer. Narcissists thrive on attention, control, and the emotional reactions they provoke in others. They're driven by an insatiable need for validation, admiration, and a sense of superiority that pushes them to manipulate and dominate those around them. To achieve this, they rely on tactics such as gaslighting, lying, love bombing, and outright abuse, all designed to keep their targets confused, compliant, and emotionally attached. Gaslighting, for instance, sows seeds of doubt in the victim's perception of reality, making them question their own sanity, while love bombing floods them with affection or praise to create dependency and attachment. These tactics are carefully employed to ensure the narcissist remains in control, as they continually draw out emotional responses from their victims. For the narcissist, any form of attention, be it positive or negative, is narcissistic supply, an essential fuel that feeds their inflated self-image and sense of power. Every reaction from others, whether anger, sadness, or even frustration, is an opportunity for them to reinforce their control, making them feel superior and in command. This is why no contact often becomes necessary. By severing all forms of communication and refusing to engage, victims can cut off the narcissist's access to their emotions, thus depriving them of the supply they desperately need. No contact is powerful because it not only helps break the cycle of abuse, but also signals to the narcissist that they no longer have influence over their target. However, for those who have been deeply hurt or traumatized, no contact alone may not be enough to heal the lingering feelings of anger, betrayal, and resentment. There's often a sense of unfinished business and a longing for justice, as victims struggle with the emotional weight left by the narcissist's manipulative actions. Many feel that simply cutting ties doesn't fully address the desire for closure or accountability, and they may still grapple with unresolved emotions that make it challenging to fully move on. So, what could possibly be more powerful than no contact? It's something called strategic indifference. Imagine being able to interact with a narcissist and have them walk away feeling deflated, powerless, and stripped of their influence over you. Strategic indifference is about not just cutting off contact, but cutting off emotional energy too. Narcissists crave intense emotions from their victims. But if you can train yourself to remain genuinely indifferent to their provocations, they lose interest. It's a move that doesn't just remove their influence, it makes them irrelevant in your life. But here's the kicker. To a narcissist, indifference is worse than hatred. When you hate someone, you still give them power. But when you're indifferent, they're powerless. The beauty of this strategy is that it doesn't require you to actively battle with the narcissist. Instead, it's all about controlling your own responses and ultimately making them feel invisible. Imagine you're at a party, and there's that one person who always wants to be the center of attention. The more you ignore their antics, the less relevant they feel, and eventually, they either lose interest or move on to someone who will feed their ego. Let's get into how strategic indifference works and why it's so effective. When a narcissist tries to provoke you, maybe they say something hurtful, make you feel guilty, or accuse you of being too sensitive. Responding with flat, uninterested reactions is key. For instance, a simple interesting, or I'll think about that can work wonders. They'll search for a reaction and try to get a rise out of you. But if you maintain a calm, disinterested demeanor, they'll become frustrated. You're essentially telling them, "You don't matter enough to affect me," without actually saying it. Strategic indifference takes practice, especially if you're used to responding emotionally to the narcissist's provocations. It can feel unnatural at first, but over time, you'll find yourself feeling freer and more empowered. It's like building a wall around your emotions, one that they can see but can't penetrate. Once they realize they have no control over your reactions, they'll either back off or move on to someone else who will provide the attention they crave. One of the best things about this strategy is that it doesn't just benefit you. It actively dismantles the narcissist's grip on your emotions. By refusing to play into their games, you're teaching them that you're not their puppet anymore. Narcissists don't know how to function in a relationship without control. When they realize they can't manipulate you, it's like taking away their lifeline. You're essentially saying, "I'm no longer participating in your twisted version of reality." Imagine the satisfaction of seeing the narcissist lose interest, unable to get the reaction they crave. Not only are you breaking free from their hold, but you're also causing them to experience the emotional void they inflict on others. Narcissists hate feeling insignificant, and when you're indifferent, that's exactly how you make them feel. But here's where it gets even better. Unlike no contact, strategic indifference can be employed in situations where going fully no contact isn't an option, like in work environments or shared custody situations. If you have to see the narcissist regularly, strategic indifference gives you the ability to coexist without being sucked back into their drama. In fact, in these cases, it's often more effective than no contact because it allows you to reclaim your power in real time. So, next time a narcissist tries to get under your skin, remember, their power over you is only as strong as your reactions. The moment you stop letting their words, actions, or manipulations affect you emotionally, they lose control. Strategic indifference is your secret weapon, an invisible armor that makes you invincible to their attempts at manipulation. Thank you for sticking around and discovering this powerful strategy. Remember, reclaiming your power is a journey, but every step you take toward indifference brings you closer to freedom. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can stay updated with more empowering strategies for navigating life's toughest challenges. Together, we can outsmart the narcissists and reclaim our peace.
Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the dark world of narcissistic abuse. If you've ever felt emotionally shattered and manipulated by someone who seemed to revel in your pain, this video is for you. We're unpacking what a narcissist wants you to do after they've destroyed you and, more importantly, how you can reclaim your power and rebuild your life. Stay tuned as we explore the psychological tactics they use and share practical strategies to heal and regain control. Let's embark on this journey towards healing and empowerment together. Narcissistic abuse is a deeply damaging experience that can leave victims reeling, questioning their sense of reality, and struggling to rebuild their lives. When a narcissist has systematically broken down their target, their ultimate goal extends beyond the mere act of destruction. Understanding what a narcissist wants you to do after they've wreaked havoc on your life is crucial for your healing and empowerment. This video delves into the psychological tactics narcissists employ post-abuse and offers insights into reclaiming your strength and independence. Understanding narcissistic behavior. The narcissistic personality. Narcissists possess a deep-seated need for admiration and validation, often stemming from profound insecurity. This need drives them to manipulate and control others, seeking to bolster their fragile self-esteem. Central to their behavior is a lack of empathy, which allows them to inflict emotional harm without remorse. The cycle of narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse typically follows a cyclical pattern: idealization, devaluation, and discard. Initially, the narcissist showers their victim with attention and praise, creating an illusion of a perfect relationship. Once the victim is emotionally invested, the narcissist begins to devalue them, employing criticism, manipulation, and gaslighting. Finally, the narcissist discards their victim, often abruptly, leaving them emotionally devastated. The aftermath of narcissistic abuse. Emotional and psychological impact. The emotional toll of narcissistic abuse is immense. Victims often experience depression, anxiety, and a profound sense of worthlessness. The constant manipulation and gaslighting can lead to a distorted sense of reality, making it difficult for victims to trust their perceptions and judgments. The need for validation and control. Even after discarding their victim, narcissists continue to exert control. They seek validation through their victim's continued emotional turmoil and dependency. This ongoing manipulation ensures the narcissist remains central in their victim's life, feeding their need for power and significance. What a narcissist wants you to do. 1. Remain emotionally attached. Narcissists thrive on the emotional reactions they provoke. They want you to remain emotionally attached and invested, as your reactions validate their sense of control and importance. By keeping you emotionally hooked, they can continue to manipulate and derive satisfaction from your pain. Strategies for healing. Limit contact, reduce or eliminate contact with the narcissist. This might involve blocking them on social media, changing your phone number, or seeking a restraining order if necessary. Emotional detachment. Practice emotional detachment through mindfulness and self-care. Focus on your emotional well-being and avoid engaging with the narcissist's attempts to provoke a reaction. 2. Seek their approval. Narcissists want you to seek their approval, reinforcing their power over you. By making you feel inadequate and constantly striving for their validation, they keep you trapped in a cycle of dependency. Strategies for healing. Self-validation. Cultivate self-validation and self-worth. Recognize your value independently of the narcissist's opinions. Surround yourself with support. Seek support from friends, family, or a therapist who can provide genuine validation and encouragement. 3. Feel guilty and responsible. Narcissists are adept at shifting blame onto their victims, making them feel guilty and responsible for the abuse. This guilt serves to further entrench the victim in the narcissist's control, as they seek to make amends or fix the relationship. Strategies for healing. Reframe your perspective. Understand that the abuse was not your fault. Educate yourself on narcissistic behavior to recognize the manipulation tactics used against you. Release guilt. Practice self-forgiveness and release feelings of guilt. Focus on your healing journey rather than seeking closure from the narcissist. 4. Isolate yourself. Isolation is a powerful tool for narcissists. By isolating you from friends, family, and support networks, they ensure you remain dependent on them. This isolation can lead to increased vulnerability and difficulty in seeking help. Strategies for healing. Rebuild connections. Reconnect with supportive friends and family members. Join support groups or online communities for victims of narcissistic abuse. Seek professional help. A therapist can provide guidance and support as you navigate the healing process and rebuild your social connections. 5. Doubt your reality. Gaslighting is a common tactic used by narcissists to make their victims doubt their reality. By undermining your perceptions and memories, they create confusion and self-doubt, making it harder for you to break free. Strategies for healing. Trust your perceptions. Rebuild trust in your perceptions and instincts. Keep a journal to document events and validate your experiences. Educate yourself. Learn about gaslighting and other manipulation tactics. Understanding these behaviors can help you regain confidence in your reality. Reclaiming your power. 1. Establish boundaries. Setting and enforcing boundaries is crucial for reclaiming your power. Clearly define what behaviors you will and will not tolerate, and communicate these boundaries assertively. Strategies. Assertiveness training. Enroll in assertiveness training or therapy to build your confidence in setting boundaries. Consistency. Consistently enforce your boundaries, even if it means facing resistance or pushback from the narcissist. 2. Focus on self-care. Prioritizing self-care is essential for healing and rebuilding your sense of self-worth. Engage in activities that bring you joy, relaxation, and fulfillment. Strategies. Routine. Establish a self-care routine that includes physical, emotional, and mental well-being practices. Self-compassion. Practice self-compassion and kindness. Treat yourself with the same care and understanding you would offer a loved one. 3. Seek professional support. Professional support from therapists, counselors, or support groups can provide invaluable guidance and validation as you navigate the healing process. Strategies. Therapy. Consider individual therapy with a practitioner experienced in narcissistic abuse. Support groups. Join support groups for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Sharing experiences and receiving support from others who understand can be incredibly empowering. 4. Rebuild your identity. Narcissistic abuse often erodes your sense of identity and self-worth. Rebuilding your identity involves rediscovering